Hey, hi, hello.
Frog?
Hey, hi, hello, hey, everybody, get out of that waiting room, climb on into the elevator. It's time to go all the way up to the 10th floor. I'm coming to you via live through Zoom
Yeah, me too.
From the Quartermaine property. Hey,
Yeah,
folks, I had to rush over here from the ball field. I was umpiring the local Port Charles baseball game, and I got a notification. Oh, 10th floor podcast is live on YouTube now.
oh, well, there you go.
Hey, come on down, folks. I had to rush over for the ball field. It was Corinthos Coffee versus the hospital baseball teams, softball teams.
Yeah.
I was being the third base umpire.
So
The
you
one.
the blue.
Yeah, I was the one on the baseball line. The
Yeah,
foul line, if you will.
kind of like my shortstop in a way.
Yeah. Well, no. Over on the line, right? Because
Over on.
that way when the pitcher throws the pitch, right, and then the umpire is like ball, right, and then the pitcher's like, oh come on, or the catcher's like, come on, dude, that wasn't a ball, I know, and then he points to the other umpire, and
Yes.
then the other umpire is always like, why are you doing that? Of course I'm going to agree, ball.
Uh-huh.
That was me. That's me. But then I got some terrible news and I had to rush over here. So I dove on into I think this is the gatehouse.
I believe it is the gatehouse.
But
Well,
Danny and Jason are on a walk, so I'm just kind of holding things down.
that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a couple of questions about the ball. I want to have a couple of questions about the game. Okay.
Okay. All right. I want to know.
So it was a hospital
Yeah.
against
Corinthos
Corinthos.
Coffee. Yeah. As it always is. PCPD, they weren't in the rotation this time.
Not in the rotation this time. So Anna wasn't there.
No, she's busy. There's a lot of crime happening right now.
Chase wasn't there.
No, he's also dealing with crime. I heard there was a car accident over on 9.
I heard too. Um, well, I want to know which team talks more smack from the dugout.
Oh, Corinthos Coffee all the way.
Yes.
Corinthos
Oh,
Coffee all the way. All the way. All the way. I can't place the voice, but there's just one out there that's always like, ah, come on. That's the worst call I've ever seen in my life, Blue. I don't know who's doing it, but it's a constant rumble.
I love it. Also, were you able to catch any signs from the third base coach over there?
I am. Oh, the third base coach, like the
Like
signs.
yeah, or the coach sitting on the bucket. Could you catch any of those?
Oh, I mean, because I'm so focused on making sure that I call the game completely down the middle. I'm really not trying to focus on anything outside of my purview as an umpire there, watching for safes and outs on the
I
third
know.
base, and also affairs and fouls, balls.
Awesome. It's the only sport, y'all. It's the only sport I truly, truly understand all the way through, all of it.
Oh
I
my
totally get
gosh.
it because our family is a bit, we don't do it a whole lot now, but we have a long history of community baseball.
Sure do.
So I understand this game.
Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. No, it was goofy. So I threw the shirt on and then I had the hat on because my hair is long and unruly at the moment, and so I'm lazy and it's Sunday. What do you want from me? So I threw the hat on and I had the shirt on and I went, no, I look like an umpire. So thank you for joining me in my fantasy, everybody.
Exactly. Hey,
Thank you.
so I'm gonna need to send you like a haircut place gift card or something.
Oh no, it's fine. Hey everybody, get on out of that waiting room, climb on into the elevator. It's time to go all the way up to the 10th floor. And always, Ma, it's not just us. Bob is here, Chandra, Kelly. Hello, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Bob, Chandra, Kelly. Kelly, Bob, Chandra, Jeannie. Hello, Jeannie. Who else is in here? Liz. Hello, Liz. Rochelle is with us. Hi, Rochelle. Bob Barry, Udak, you have joined us. Oh, goodness gracious. You guys have been talking. Who else is in here? Sandra. Hi, Sandra.
I'm a little
Taiwan.
I'm a little concerned for Autumn. Now Autumn wasn't around last week.
She was. She just didn't make any donations.
Well, she was around because
Yeah.
I never heard you say her name last week.
Well, I read it a couple of times.
Okay, all
Yeah.
right, that's fine. Because I was getting a little like,
Or maybe it was the week before. Regardless, Autumn's been
well,
around. There's nothing wrong with Autumn.
okay, I was just because she wasn't around last week. I was just a little bit concerned where she is.
Well,
You know, when one of our folks there in the chat is missing, it makes me think, what's going on?
we
You
talk
know?
about you all the time. Don't think that we don't drop the name of Michelle or Kaiwan or Jeannie or Chandra or Kelly or Melissa or Sandra or Udak or Bob or all of y'all who are always in here. We talk about you off air all the time.
Yeah, we do.
Sure do. Hi, Stephanie. Stephanie's here too. All right. Autumn donated enough for the rest of the year. You're totally right, Udak. And Autumn, we asked it before, and I'm going to ask again. Please reach out to us, 10thfloorgh at gmail.com. 10thfloorgh at gmail.com. Send us your address. We want to send you a coffee mug.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
Well, Chandra was out there collecting food in honor of Monica, a.k.a. Leslie Charleston. So if you want to join Kelly, please click that little button, because Kelly, mother, dropped us a little token in the bucket. So thank you very much, Kelly, for your contribution. In honor of the late Leslie Charleston, she includes. So.
You know what, you guys? I feel like, we waited a long time for this program. We just got a little tiny taste of this past week, and of course, we're going to get a whole lot next week. A whole lot.
I tell you, Ma. I mean, let's just dive into the deep end here, right?
Right, but I have to say this. Let me finish my thought. I think it's going to be so worth waiting for.
Oh, totally, absolutely. We have all been waiting in anticipation for the show to get to this point.
Yeah.
Because we are morbid people who are just drooling to cry. I don't know exactly why.
Oh my gosh, I've already been crying so much.
I tweeted out there. Follow us on Twitter, on the X out there on social media. I try my best to proliferate, but I don't always think about it. But follow us there, and you'll get the reaction, because I posted out there. I said, by the time I was done with Friday, I was dehydrated. I was dehydrated from Friday's episode.
I had, yes. Before I sit down, I just make sure I have all my stuff that I can dab my eyes with.
It's so weird too, because I didn't experience like this crushing chest feeling, and this the lump in the throat, and my face didn't get all flush, but my eyes were leaking for an hour. Every scene was so touching.
It was so emotional, wasn't it?
It really was. And there was some standouts for sure. I mean, of course, they picked best. They picked right when it came to choosing Jason and Tracy to be the first two to discover and react. They have the depth, the length. Ned's right up there, but Ned has never been a lead of General Hospital like Tracy and Jason have.
Exactly.
So, of who they have available to them, best choices.
And the story of Monica and Jason as mother and son has been so long, and it's just been so driven with emotion,
Mm-hmm.
and there's been so much forgiveness and separation, and the story of the boathouse,
Mm-hmm.
about how he was sick at the boathouse as an infant,
Yeah.
with bio mother Susan Moore,
Yes.
because I guess, man, Monica was tolerating her butt, wasn't she?
Big time. She was living on the property.
She was living on the property.
Right here in this very building.
Yes. I think it's probably been redecorated a couple of times since then.
Probably.
Yeah. I'm sure she hated every moment of it. And in the boathouse, but that was man, that's high tolerance right there.
Big time. Absolutely. Big time, absolutely. 100%.
And as we all heard, man, it was so good. She entered the boathouse to help infant Jason, who was obviously sick and needed medical.
Susan's kid.
Susan's brat.
Yeah.
She left, embracing her child.
My son, my boy.
Whether it be figuratively or I don't think she actually walked out with him that night, but she walked out with him in her heart. I think, just meeting his medical needs, she realized how much she loved this baby.
Yeah. And in a point, too, where, Susan was still around.
And Susan was still around.
I don't know how much longer Susan lasted after that moment.
Of course, I remember Susan,
Mm-hmm.
but what I remember about her is so vague. I don't remember, any big story bumps.
Other than she's Jason's mama.
other than she was having an affair with Alan and wound up having a couple of his kiddos, and we found out about the second one much later.
Oh my gosh. Oh
My gosh,
no.
it was all of it was so good, right, Matt?
Yes, it totally was. It totally was. People very much are writing on facts, and we want to make sure, especially in such a sensitive storyline, boathouse, gatehouse. It's very easy to flip it when you're just talking stream of consciousness. But we all know it's here, right here in this very gatehouse.
Well, you know what? I don't remember there always being what was called a
I
gatehouse.
guess this used to be a cottage at some point. I don't know if it was incorporated onto the Quartermaine land at some point, and it hadn't been before.
Now, the old nasty boathouse has always been kind of around. You know, that's where Jason was when he came back to town. He was hiding, right?
That old
The old
nasty
nasty
boat.
boathouse.
Yeah, that's where Rocco and Danny they had to go clean it.
Yeah.
Constantly under restriction and punishment, those two are.
But I don't remember the gatehouse. I think the gatehouse is some kind of like, oh yeah, we got a gatehouse. Just like that apartment above the garages where the girls are. There's no history of that either.
Oh, I love the idea of the apartment above Bobby's. I would live in the apartment above Bobby's, even though there's no bathroom connected to the bedroom itself.
I know, but so many people have lived up there.
And it's just one, you know?
And it was interesting too. Do you guys, remember for a number of years, like the upstairs above Bobby's just kind of like disappeared for a little bit. They
Yeah,
never said
nobody was up there.
nobody was up there. In fact, you couldn't even see the stairs there for a little while.
What is a gatehouse, folks? I mean, if it was once upon a time a cottage, I'm sorry, the chat is continuing to talk about the history of this very building I'm in. Uh, if it was once upon a time Susan's cottage and now it's the gatehouse, how does that even work? Did they build a gate next to Susan's cottage?
I think it's just another word for a guest house.
But shouldn't it be near the gate? Somebody called the Duprees. They would know. They're experts in gates.
There you go.
Ned and Lois used to live here. Look at that, Ma. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. I think this is where Michael lives.
Yes, that is where well, Michael's love nest is what the most recent thing it was.
I think he still lives here with Wiley and Amelia.
I think he does too. But he's up at the big house most of the time.
What do you think, Ma? So Rory Gibson here, brand new to the cast, brand new to the show. Never touching General Hospital at any point before. Presumably had never even heard the name Monica Quartermaine before stepping onto the soundstage to shoot these scenes. What do you think? What do you think what he gave? Because Michael has a lot of history with Monica, but Rory does not.
Right. I thought he did pretty well, and we're gonna have to see going forward for the rest of the week how I think Rory as an actor can tap into real emotion pretty easily.
So long as
So
it's like the sad brooding kind. I haven't seen him really be like excited or enthralled or smitten or anything like that yet.
I find Rory's depiction of Michael is a combination of old Michael and Uncle Jason.
Yeah. Yeah. Just sprinkle in a little bit of a sunny, I guess, in the eyebrow, and and you got the current Rory Gibson, Michael.
The broodingness of Michael now. That was not something that Chad was bringing.
Well, I mean, the fire, the explosion, it singed his nerves, and it changed his perspective. He's got a little more reason to carry a little more cloudiness with him wherever he goes. Plus, he came back, and his entire life, it was completely irreparable.
I mean, of course, how many times has Michael been kidnapped as a child? I mean, my gosh, he's 12 years old. He got shot in the head.
Sincerely, and Michael, and now Drew's being like, "Oh, I'm going to send you to prison for shooting me," and of course, Drew is very resourceful. There's a big reason to take that seriously and be worried about Drew being successful at it, which could be giving him PTSD flashbacks to the last time he was in jail, and Franco was making sure that he got, had problems.
I know, it was awful, wasn't it?
Let's just
went
say
through
that the
a lot.
train boxcar made a stop in the jail, and we don't need to go any further than that.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, lots of bad things have already happened to Michael in jail. So,
Yeah. And just in life, too, lots of things have happened to Michael.
totally. Totally. Hey,
So,
East Coaster. Hi.
so
And Matt Sider.
I think Rory's going to do a great job of bringing it. I really do. I
I
think
think
he has
everybody
so
is.
far, and even though we haven't seen that much
Everybody.
surrounding this story yet for Michael, and of course he got told, but he's still there's
I
going to be
think I think that everybody's going to bring it. I think what we're going to see is a lot of similar to what we just experienced on Days of Our Lives with Drake Hogestyn.
I agree.
A lot of blending of the character's grief along with the actors using this as a vehicle for processing,
Yes,
saying
it
goodbye.
would be a vehicle to push story,
Big time, big time.
and
So he,
you know who would love that? Leslie herself.
make it messy. She's
Yeah,
shouting from
make
above.
it soapy.
I want the suds to make it all the way up here. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness gracious. Well, I mean, there's a lot to look forward to because, of course, there's still Erica Slezak who's going to be blowing through any moment now.
Ooh, yeah,
And
she
of
is.
course, there's also the Drew of it all. How can we not think about Drew? Here's my thought, my theory, my prediction, Ma.
Okay, let's hear it.
You know who's going to be like, oh, you know what? I was holding myself back because I didn't want to piss off Monica. But now that I've been shot, and now that Monica's not here, I don't give a crap. That's what I think's going to be in Drew's future.
He's even going to get more dastardly.
That's what I feel. I feel he's been holding himself back because of
Dastardly.
Monica. Monica, she's just been so frail. And everybody's been right. Ever since the crypt, I've understood that maybe I should focus my efforts away from something that might bother her.
Oh my word, yes.
Hi, Melinda. Hi, East Coaster.
I think he will be saddened. He let me know he had a shocked look on his face and saddened look on his face when Elizabeth told him.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, I agree with you, Matt. I think that's going to be short-lived. He is not going to be good now.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. He was totally even unmoved by Danny.
Yeah,
You know?
he was kind of like, like, get out of here, kid. That's pretty
Now,
much.
why would I allow my daughter to go to a place where I'm not welcome? He's not wrong, but he's also very wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my
I
theory
tell you what,
is...
though, Drew better watch his mouth when it comes to talking to Jason's kid. Don't you think?
Jason will show up and hit him over the head with a bedpan.
He ought to.
A bang! A full bedpan.
Exactly.
A
I was gonna say,
recently used Drew bedpan.
that's what I was going to say. Make sure it had some content in it.
Nasty. Absolutely gross. Of course you would think along those lines. That's why you really need to be a soap violence consultant. All these shows, all of the soaps need to call you up and be like, we've got a fight planned. This one, Victor Newman. Huh?
Well, boy, Victor's getting to the point where he ain't got a lot of fight left.
Keep in mind that he can't do much. I mean, he could do a lot, but he can't do like a somersault. All right.
So let's talk about a couple of scenes that I just
Sure.
thoroughly enjoyed.
Let's do it. Moss top scenes of the week, everybody. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Tracy and Jason.
How could we not put a star on that one? Perfect 10.
Jason and my gosh, Steve Burton, I know it's not easy for you to cry, but you pulled it off this week so far, babe.
Gosh, and who but Jane Elliott to wipe away a rare Steve Burton tear?
Right? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Lovely.
It really was.
I think General Hospital did perfect to have Jason actually find her. You know?
Yeah, who else? Who else was Jason?
Goodness. Oh my goodness. And anybody that has a privilege to do a scene circling this subject with Jane Elliott is going to walk away a better actor.
Even Wally Kurth.
Even Wally Kurth.
Even Wally. 5 stars from Chandra in the chat. Yeah.
I love that. I love those scenes. All of them. All of them. The ones with Brooklyn and her dad standing there as well.
Oh yeah, the entire Quartermaine news wave as it splashed across everybody. Even Asher Asher Antonison, who plays Danny over here in Elizabeth on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
His what? That was trembly. Give
It
him
was.
that, and you can just imagine him bolting out of out of the hospital, hopping onto his 4-speed.
And I love how they wrote it that the kids got to do their first day of school thing they always do with
Mm-hmm.
Grandma Monica or Auntie Monica or
Mm-hmm.
whoever it happens to be. The kids just being able to do that
Yeah.
and get their kind of rally from Grandma on the
Yeah.
first day of school. Get
Yeah.
out there, kiddos.
Yeah. 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 You go learn some stuff and make me proud. And then we get a
Yeah,
twofold, twofold from that. I mean, one, what a wonderful final morning for Monica. She got to share it with her family and share in the joy and the delight of a tradition and a brand new school year, which is a whole, a refresh of the family, so to speak.
a
And
new
then,
beginning.
and then on the other side, you get a very, very, very common reaction to when somebody passes of the, well, why didn't I do that this time with Michael?
Exactly.
I think that a lot of people experience that in the last whatevers of somebody that you know and love. It's like, well, why didn't I do that? Blah 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 blah. This time, why didn't I say it like that this time? Why did I skip it this time? Why didn't I just go last weekend? Whatever it might have been.
Right, right. And another reaction that we all often, in real life happens is, but I just saw her. She was fine.
Yeah, she did. Weren't we just hanging?
I mean, the kids just went up, they were
Yeah,
just upstairs this morning.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And he went up there to try, and Jason went upstairs to, try to tell her more news about that crappy twin brother of his.
Hey, Monica. Oh, by the way, Drew's been shot. He's fine.
Yeah.
He's probably not
And
even gonna have a scar.
the family had not, with people are kind of hard to keep this secret though. I mean, what are they shut off all media to Monica? How would they keep that secret, right? But anyway, that doesn't matter. Um,
They took her phone from her.
but I understand the reasoning behind trying to keep, since they did find her to be in a frail state, they didn't want to burden her with stuff that would just be so hard.
Melissa says that they need a Monica Quartermaine cardiac wing dedicated. Well, Melissa, I've got great news for you. They already did that.
They sure did.
There's already a Monica Quartermaine. So anybody that's lounging around in like the super cool looking doctor lounge where there's a lot of space and a couch and all that sort of stuff, they do it occasionally. That's in the Monica Quartermaine cardiac wing.
Well, the only thing they've shown us really is the wall there.
Hmm.
It's beautiful set, a circular wall and all that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And a big
Like
old sign that
foyer
says Monica
lobby,
Quartermaine on it.
the foyer lobby of it really. Yeah.
Remember when
And
Gregory died and Violet had just left for school? Yeah, it's a common thing. It's a common thing. It's an easy thing to write.
and another scene I absolutely loved is I love the quietness and of Danny just coming in, finding his dad extremely
Yeah.
emotionally going through an emotional thing,
Hmm.
and just sitting down next to him.
I'm sitting down next to him, and then he puts his little hand on like his little knee or whatever, right? Like Jason does.
Yeah,
Jason
Jason
puts his
put his
hand on his
hand
knee,
on
right?
his
A rare expression of I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Uh, and then we get Danny with a hand around the shoulder, right? And then there's a brief little thing, a little disconnect because we only shoot it one time, and it's something that I noticed, and it sort of took me out for a moment because I'm just like that. But Danny puts his hand around Jason's shoulder, and then Steve Burton kind of like does this little like head little lean because I'm sad, right? And then Asher interprets that as, oh, we're supposed to touch heads, so he leans in to like touch it, and then Jason moves, and it just created this momentary little hiccup in the moment that they were doing that I noticed and I shouldn't have noticed and I shouldn't have talked about, but I didn't. I'm sorry.
I did not notice.
I noticed it. So everybody go back and watch that and then like tweet them both and tell them how bad they are.
Matthew.
I think they'll like that. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Come on.
I thought it was lovely.
It
I
was.
thought that,
It was the whole wave was lovely. The whole thing. I mean, It's hard to break it down. Even Ned, expressing his heart to Tracy and telling her how much he's loved her, even though through all the tumultuous times and this, that, and the other stuff. But one thing has been true, It's lovely. It's lovely. And we got Kelly in here saying that Steve Burton and Leslie Charleston were very close in real life, and so there's even more appropriateness there when it comes to Jason being the character and Steve being the guy to play these moments.
And yeah, the ability to tap into some emotional deliverance.
Yeah, totally.
He had some true love for Leslie. Always loved Leslie.
I feel like everybody's got I feel like there's a lot of people out there that do.
Well, it sounds like she was a cheerleader for the set and has been for decades. Just very encourager and love being Monica Quartermaine.
How could you not be? How could you not love it and do it? You have to love it to have done it for so long.
You would think so.
Like all the way up until she couldn't as well. Like,
yeah.
Like she constantly was out there with braces on and having to sit or whatever it is that she could do to make it to the soundstage.
Yep.
So,
yep.
Well, I mean, again, like you were saying, there's a lot to look forward to still in this. And there's a lot that also happened on the show, beyond just this. Josslyn's still in Australia. This is a very long, extended, I need to get my act together, Mom. I'm going to Australia. It's been weeks, it seems. It's probably been days.
Well, it is in soap opera land. A week is a day, a day is a week.
Right? So it's either or until they decide to come back. And she's like, wow, you've been gone for a month. Or, wow, you've been gone for 2 weeks. Who knows? I don't.
I think it's been more like a month.
I'm not sure because presumably the Five Poppies things was only a handful of days.
Right.
So, we could only be 4 days into this I just left thing. And then Drew's shooting and recovery was so fast when it comes to the calendar, because he was fine and threatening Michael and not even still suffering from any sort of post-surgery days the next night.
I guess it's beneficial to be healthy and fit when you get shot in the back twice.
Those muscles are just so dense that the bullets didn't get that far.
They bounced off like Superman.
Exactly. Somebody who was less in shape, those bullets would have burrowed in deeper. Oh, no. Excuse me. Joss is ridiculous as a WSB agent. That's her power, Matt, as a WSB agent, is her unbelievability as. And it's something that they leaned into right away, really, in the Five Poppies thing. When she and Vaughn were captured and kidnapped and interrogated, game, set, match apparently was code for you pretend to break down. Well, I'm the tough one.
Yep.
And so Josslyn immediately started playing up I don't know what to do. I'm just a blonde little girl who just I'm over my head. Please don't hurt my boyfriend. Just played that up. It gave false codes and just did it, bot time, playing into the fact that it kind of ridiculous that she's a WSB agent. So, I thought Timu Dex. That's funny though. He is Timu Dex. We'll give you that, Matt. But but I think that sincerely, when it comes to the concept of making Josslyn Jax a WSB agent, I think that they've gone a decent enough route for it. It does require, I think, a little bit of suspension of disbelief that she's standing, toe to toe with Brennan and being all shoulders back and official, and I think that's a little weird.
I think it's a little off kilter as well for me. However, this is what I don't forget. Josslyn is a Spencer girl.
She sure is. She's
a Spencer girl. Harley is her mother.
She got a great uncle, Luke.
Yeah, she's a Spencer. Those, they tough nuts.
They totally are. I don't think that it's beyond belief that Josslyn Jax as a character has become a WSB agent. I agree that the speed it has taken for her to be this level of capability as a WSB agent has absolutely been accelerated. But we also have people taking the MCATs and being a doctor 2 weeks later. We have people being inspired to do this, and suddenly they're college graduates with an MBA, and now they're wearing a suit and tie and going to Quartermaine work. Sometimes you just got to do some stuff to make room for the story that you've come up with for the character or the actor who, I've heard out there on the grapevine that she went over to Frank Valentini and she's like, hey, man, this is super fun, but, can we do something exciting with Josslyn?
This is what I don't believe. I don't believe that Joss and Vaughn are going to stop bumping uglies because what's his bucket told him to stop.
I want them to stop bumping uglies, but that's just me. But that's just me. Yeah. So from what I heard, Eden McCoy was kind of one of the catalysts for this change in Josslyn's trajectory. Trying to do something a little more fun, a little more exciting, a little more not. I'm sorry.
More grown up.
A little more grown up, but also at the same time, yes, and then less like traditional soap vixen route. Maybe without being a fly on the wall to hear the conversation. I could see somebody out there putting together some sort of argument of like Carly Jr. I'm on the route to be just like Carly. What is going to make in another 5 years? What is going to make me different than Carly, other than she's a great granny? Whatever.
Well, Carly's a badass. Joss is a badass, but they've got to give her some different flavor, okay?
Exactly. She's law enforcement badass.
Exactly.
Carly was the criminal badass, mafia badass. Josslyn gets to be the law enforcement badass.
I have to tell you that I have never seen a more skillful, believable liar in all my life than Carly.
Yeah. You have no idea what I mean. Ben Linus from Lost, I think, is pretty up there as well when it comes to capability of liars. But here's the difference between Ben Linus and Carly, okay, or at least the approach to playing those characters in the stories that they were in. All right, deep drama, heavy fantasy, nowhere close to the real world either one of these shows are in. But Ben Linus, he gets the benefit of being a liar because they haven't really written all of it, and they really have no idea what the hell they're doing on Lost, especially on Lost. And so at any point, anything that he played with sincerity could have been false. And so it's very easy to be a convincing liar. Unlike on a soap opera, especially with Laura Wright, who has to have a little bit more of an inside track on what's going on in the show than maybe some other people on the cast.
You would think so.
Has an idea of when Carly is lying. And so that takes a greater capability of acting chops, in my opinion, to pull that off because you know what the truth really is.
Yeah. Carly better show some I'm sure she will, some real sensitivity to the Quartermaines this coming week. She better. And that Lucy Cole better keep her red dress wearing ass away from that house.
Everybody's going to come out of the woodworks for it.
I know.
Melissa calls Vaughn dried out decks. Daisy and Kelly both like Vaughn. And don't get me wrong, I don't dislike Vaughn. I'm just not invested in Vaughn and Josslyn. What are they, Voss? Is that what it is? Hashtag Voss.
It's just, this is true, at least for me, is, the story that Vaughn is playing could have been Dex the entire time.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for weeks now, especially as things continue to unfold as they are. They could have been, well, we're both WSB now, Josslyn. We can't be together. This could absolutely have been Dex. And it probably would have been more rewarding if it was Dex. The two where they're like, oh no, we'll be able to handle it, Brennan. We can pretend to be honeymooners. And of course, we all know the complainers out there would complain about how obvious it is about what's going on. But who cares? We're on for the ride, right? And so we see that tension. They can't resist. Dex and Joss start doing it at the Five Poppies, which leads to them being discovered in some way.
Right.
And now this, that, and the other stuff, they're discovered. They continue to pull apart and continue to pull apart until finally Brennan, because he loves Carly so much, is like, you know what, I'm going to make an exception for you two. I get it. I get what it means to be in love. That's the story. All right?
Don't you think that Josslyn's going to find the opportune moment, but she's going to tell her mom. She told Brennan, that's my fact to tell.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Well, I mean, because she told Jason to keep it quiet, and yeah. I don't know how well that's going to unfold. You know, they mentioned that Britt might say something, and maybe she's going to hold it over Josslyn's head in some way. I don't know how
Oh
that's
my
going to
gosh.
unfold.
They Brit, they have brought her back to be the Brit for
Oh
sure.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So let's get into the beginning of the week. All right. The aftermath of the slap. Aunt Liesel, you don't have to do that. Oh, I should do more. Oh my God, I was so on Liesel's side. I know that you weren't. I know that don't think that she deserved to be smacked and all that stuff. We talked about it last week. But
Right.
I do believe that Britta deserved every moment of that tongue lashing.
I agree.
In the depth that she got it, and even the abandonment of heart at the end, because we all know, everybody knows, it'll be fine. They're going to come back together. But even in the, I think she deserved it all because she needs to be punished. She needs to be punished emotionally for what she did. She can't just slide back in and have people be like, oh, Britta, we're so happy you're back. Let's not think about the last 2 years. Let's hand you a bunch of money.
Well, one thing I can say in defense of Brit, it, how hard must it be to be the spawn of Liesel and her scarecrow haired dad?
I'm sure it's very challenging,
Faison?
but, she absolutely could have called her Mutter,
Yeah.
especially if Natharino is the he, the him, the boss, who just happens to get in a car accident. Staged. Did somebody cut his brake lines? Was it Christina again? The chat is in Team Liesel, that's for sure.
Well,
And you know, I made the comment last week too that it was that this battle between Liesel and Britt is much more in line with how they used to be versus how they ended.
yeah. Brit, so she's pretty dumb though. I mean, toward things is pretty dumb. She went to hospital. What does she think? She don't even have her medical license right now. And she thinks what? She's gonna like kick Portia out of her chair?
No. She didn't intend on becoming the chief of staff. I don't think that was ever her intention. She
Well,
knows.
she said, I want to be OBGYN again.
Yes, yeah. Well, I mean, Portia is a general practitionist, I think, and the chief of staff. So I'm not sure that she's OBGYNing it up.
But she's also a very skillful surgeon, as we saw just last week.
Oh, well, maybe she's a surgeon then. See,
Well,
I don't, because in general, they slide specialities.
they do. They always have.
Kelly used to call Faison Beetlejuice. So if that's the case, Melissa, if we were to say Cesar
That's
Faison,
actually a good one.
if we were to say Cesar Faison 3 times, would he appear? Let's find out. Cesar Faison. Cesar Faison. Cesar Faison.
Ooh, you better run. Anyway, though, doesn't she have the deck stacked against her? The fact that she's from the union of those two?
She
have-
is genetically inclined to make poor choices.
And her mother robbed her from she wasn't mothered. I mean, Liesel said that birthday presents would make you weak.
I was right. What did I do? The first time I ever threw you a party, you pretended to die. Oh no. Oh my gosh. Oh, that is crazy. Oh no. Cynthia Watros did a great job being the calm for once in that fight, says Matt. And that's also something that I tweeted about. Follow us on social media, folks. Because it is awesome having Britta back and having Liesel around and having Nina in the middle because
Yes.
finally, Nina seems reasonable.
Right? She's like, I gotta handle this before one of them turns into my mother, Madeline.
She
She
remembers
was
Madeline well.
he was the worst of
You know,
all of them.
I saw this old
God,
picture.
she's awful.
I saw this old picture of Liesel standing next to Madeline, and of course it's Kathleen Gaddy and it's You know, that lady.
Donna.
Donna Mills or whatever, right? And so it's standing there. And it was just neat. It was neat because aesthetically, sure, you could believe that they're sisters who came from the most opposite eggs and sperms possible. Just the complete opposite end of that grid, that genetic grid that everybody knows with the big A and the little a and the big B and the little b. You know what I'm talking about.
So yeah, yeah.
Oh, Kelly says, hey, Matt, shouting out to me to make sure that I read this. Today is somebody's birthday. He turned 46. He's
Who is
one of
today?
your favorites.
One of my favorites'
Yes.
birthday is today.
Yeah, 46 years old. Today is his birthday. You used to subscribe to the thing that he was on with his good buddy.
Oh, is today Bradford's birthday?
Today is Bradford's birthday.
Oh, you know, I know it couldn't be Steve when you said that because Steve's birthday is in the summer. I think Steve's birthday's in June.
I have no idea when these people's birthdays are.
Yours
But
July.
Kelly says that today's Bradford Anderson's 46th birthday. So happy birthday,
Oh.
Bradford.
You know, I heard him say, because I used to listen to their show quite a bit, not as much as I used to, but I used to listen to it quite a bit. He was only 27 when his first scene being Spinelli.
Wow, he's been Spinelli for a long
For a
time
long
then. Yeah, almost 20 years of
20
being Damien Spinelli. And still no mom and dad. We have
Still
no
no
idea who Mr. and Mrs. Spinelli are.
He had a grandma for that long.
And that was over on night shift.
No mom and dad.
No.
Are they ever going to give Spinelli a family? They can. You know, they could do
He has
it.
a family. Maxie and Georgie and James.
Well, I know, but you know where he came from. It would be a mad scientist, goofy as all get out, funny dad. I love it.
His dad is Faison as well. Maxie's like, what the? I can't. Really? All of my baby daddies? All of them? Bailey Lou and James and Georgie? All coming from the spawn of Faison. Oh my goodness. Great.
Man, I need some skills on finding a man.
Matt's worried about Spinelli because of the return of Nathan. But here is another bit of encouragement for you, Matt, as well as the rest of the general audience for General Hospital. Old actor, you know, the guy who plays him.
Yeah.
That man.
Yeah.
The dude with the face. You know who I'm talking about. I don't know anybody's name ever when I podcast. Leave me alone. He was saying, get ready for a very different Nathan. From my understanding.
Oh yeah. Well, we're not gonna have old Nathan.
No.
We're gonna have crazy Faison Nathan.
Yeah. I was seeing some theory out there, and I like
Well, I
this.
can't wait.
I was seeing some theory out there that he's got Faison microchip, or the similar to of whatever it is they decide to go
You know,
with.
WSB in his head.
But yeah, he's got a Faison microchip in his head with all of Faison's memories really influencing who he is and what he's up to.
Oh boy.
You know, I'll take. Oh man, he was on his deathbed and rehabilitated and deeply brainwashed him. I would take that. Like a brain like not even a brainwashing, because then with that you can like presume that you can clear up the brainwashing. But no, I'm thinking like rewiring, like a complete personality rewiring.
Oh, I like it. Like bumped your head. I'm different now. Rewired.
Yeah, but like less because I bumped my head, but more because of my nefarious and miraculous recovery. I am now bad.
Now, and what would be Britt's reasoning to support her crazy brother in this way, unless she's just trying to watch him in case he really spirals even worse? She might be able to save him. I don't know.
Fear for her own life because he's a crazy person, as well as fearing for his, because she deep down, what am I gonna do? Throw him off a cliff? It's my brother.
And what is going to be the scene? Nina with Jay. But why?
And I think this will be the first time that we get a Cynthia Watros with Nathan, with a J. Because I think Michelle Stafford had all of that before.
I think so too. Why? Why?
We grew up together, Jay. You were like my little brother.
Shut up, girl. You ain't even my real sister.
Oh, God. I expected Drew to throw something like that at Danny. I just want to see my little sister. She's not your sister. Get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Even though she is.
She is, though.
She's not your sister in my eyes.
I could see him saying that to Rocco. Get over yourself.
Well, Rocco's busy. Rocco cares far more about Outback than he does Scout. That's for dang sure.
Oh, my gosh.
His actions have shown it. Everybody cares about Scout. Even Charlotte's driving her around trying to get her back to the Q property.
Yep.
Even Charlotte's doing it. But hey, we got a big old Charlotte presence now. She's running right along with the rest of that. Everybody loves a teen scene, right? Everybody was talking about the teen scene when it was Trina and Josslyn and Cameron. You got a new teen scene here evolving on General Hospital.
Yeah, you got a new teen scene.
New teen scene.
I tell you, everybody was out looking for that dog, weren't they? And Cody was falling in love with him, didn't want to let him go.
$10,000, huh, Gio? That seems like a lot of money, don't you think? $10K for a dog? Like, can't we do like $250? Like $250? That seems a little more right.
It does, actually. but did not Cody show us a different, softer side where he's not going to be such a
Cody's always been a big old softy.
Well, yeah. Well, but he's also been, someone that's looking for an opportunity to grab a buck.
He should have taken the money. I have no idea why he didn't take that money. That was money on the table for it. Like that would have been for me the appropriate time to take $10,000. In my opinion, I would not have faulted Cody at all for taking that money, nor would have Molly.
No, but I think he's just trying to turn a new leaf, you know?
Totally. I totally get what they were doing there. I think it was totally unnecessary. But that could be my own please give me $10,000 that exists inside of me pretty much at all times. Mm-hmm. So.
And I love the scene. When little James, Felicia brings him down to the nicest stables I've ever seen, to get Cody to talk to him. My gosh, Cody said, Uncle Cody's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. I think he's more of a father figure to that little boy than Spinelli actually is. or maybe just connects to him a little better.
I mean, I really wouldn't know how to measure that because Spinelli's not used as much as Cody is. And so any number of things could be happening off camera between James and Spinelli when it comes to their bond. But when it comes to because James likes the cowboy stuff. And that's what Cody is. That's what their connection is.
Yep. And the horses and all that.
Yeah, he likes that. And that's not what Spinelli brings. But I'm sure Spinelli brings a lot of fun games.
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Lots of interesting.
But James don't want to play with Spinelli. Spinelli won't let him win, so he don't want to play with him.
Oh no! Daisy's gonna tune out this week because she's not gonna watch all the Carly hate when she goes to Monica's funeral. Really? I hope that there's not a lot of hate at all. I hope that it's just a big love fest, except for when Erica Slezak comes in.
Yeah, and we're gonna see when she's gonna, she's gonna show up real quick, like you said. Mm-hmm. General Hospital loves to do a big reveal at a funeral.
Oh, weddings and funerals are not safe.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if she interrupts the service in some way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Or maybe the will reading. Maybe the service will go off without a hitch, but then there's going to be the will reading. Because we've already set it up, all right? Because Tracy's been like, I don't see why all of this shouldn't go to you, Michael. Which means Michael's not getting it.
Yeah.
Michael ain't getting a dime of Monica's estate.
Maybe he's supposed to get it, but he's not because of coming up.
Somebody in the chat suggested that maybe Drew was going to hire Erica Slezak to pretend to be a family member of Monica's.
Well, that would be right up Drew's alley.
Some sort of loophole in the language of where the estate went. And since she's not a blood Q, she's a married Q.
Right.
I don't know. I don't know how it's going to go down. We'll see. We'll
It's
see.
well, Erica Slazak's gonna come in, and she's not gonna be sweet little Vicky. That's for dang
No,
sure.
don't expect no Vicky. I expect a villain
Vicky
S.
will not be present.
Yeah, somebody just up to no good.
Vicky Lord ain't gonna be there either.
Who will get Monica's house? LaShun? I really think it's going to be Erica Slezak. But in the end, since Tracy said Michael, I would imagine Michael. Michael or Jason, but probably Michael.
Yes, slugfest between Tracy and whoever that chick's
I
name
see
is.
Tracy going over maybe with the DDT. You know, I think that's up Tracy's alley to just grab somebody by their head and just drive them into the ground.
Oh yeah,
So.
but that's what I want. That's what I want Jason to do to Drew next.
Through the marble table. Carly and Monica made peace during the Charlie wedding, reminds us. Daisy does. So yeah, but I think that's a good reason why there shouldn't be any drama. You know, Daisy was worried more about the online reaction than the show reaction. I understand that. I understand that.
Well,
But instead of skipping the show, skip the social media part. You know, don't go on Twitter for the week. Maybe that'll be more enjoyable.
that's true. Yeah. Yeah, you might enjoy the show better. I might enjoy the show better if I decided to do that. Just don't do the social part. Pretend pretend it's back when Rick and Monica were doing all kinds of things.
Yeah.
Pretend like it's back then.
Bob wants to know, and I want to know, what you think, Ma. Will Jason go back to being a half Morgan, half Quartermaine after this? Will he be Jason Morgan Quartermaine? Maybe not in name, but in attitude.
I think he already has.
Moving back into the house was what really did it, huh?
I think he's turned more into a Quartermaine now than we've seen him since they took that fatal turn and he ran into that tree.
He sat on this very couch and said, "I miss you, Mom."
Yeah.
You know, he said this
And
very
he's-
couch.
And he's being, it's something I never thought I would see Jason. He's being reflective and regretful of how he treated his parents when he first bumped his head.
I do have to say though, these rocks here on this coffee table, within like reach of Amelia, I think is a poor idea. I've just got to say, Amelia's gonna grab one of these and just chuck it at Wiley at some point.
Just two rocks on the table is a decoration faux pas.
Well, I mean, if we just take a look at there's some like wood up here on the mantle. All right, and then this is for the fireplace. You can't really see my finger. Okay, and then there's some kids' toys in this basket.
Well-
This leads to the kitchen and the toilet. This looks like a prison window,
It does.
like a dungeon. Like, do you think they might repurpose this wall for dungeon scenes?
Maybe that back wall there is part of Spoon Island.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. I got distracted big time.
You
Part of
did.
Spoon Island.
I actually like that. I really like that set. I do. It's very country chic, but it's also nautical. I like it.
Oh, there's some coffee right here. I like that. I like that idea. I want some coffee. Somebody send me some coffee. I need some coffee. Corinthos coffee. Send it to me.
The special blend with chicory in it.
Chicory? Oh my goodness. That sounds amazing. Oh my goodness. Jason is an orphan. I think he was before.
Yeah, he is. Well,
Melissa attributes Jason's Quartermaininess, yes, to the fact that he is the solo parent. You know, he's got kids, he got no wife, he got no baby mama.
I would see more of him possibly changing his name to Quartermaine if he when he changed his name, he just changed his name to another family name.
Let's just change it to Ashton next.
Crazy.
What's Monica's maiden name? I'm sure everybody knows but me. I don't remember.
Ashton, that's Ned's dad's.
Yes, I know. That doesn't really fit. I know. And it said that the actor doesn't want to be Jason Q. I think that if they stuck him in reindeer sweaters again, he would not be all for it. But when it comes to being like, I'm Jason Quartermaine, I don't know. Attitudes soften. They change over time. I'm not sure.
I think he could. Well, he's changed already so much.
Yeah, I
Than
don't. I,
a
I
few
tru-
years ago.
truly though, I don't think that he's going to go back to Quartermaine. I think he'll stay in Morgan.
I think he'll stay in
I think
Morgan
he'll
as
stay in
well.
Morgan too, even if he inherits the entire estate. What I do at this point, since Tracy pretty much spelled out, this should belong to you, Michael. You're the golden child, the future of us all.
And how is he going to change his name to Quartermaine? Danny's last name is Morgan.
He should just be Danny McCall at this point, even though that was a code name.
Danny Davis.
Oh, isn't that a person already? Isn't that like a baseball coach? I should know. I think Danny Davis is somebody that did sports. I could be wrong. Jason Maine. There we go. All right, there you go, Melissa. Melissa's got it. Jason Maine. Maybe J Maine. J Maine. Jason Let says
He's
LaShun.
not going to be Jason Quartermaine. He's going to be Jason Half Dollar Maine.
50 Cent Maine. All right, Jason let Britt stay in the room that he had at Bobby's. Yes, LaShun, that is absolutely correct. It is his room. Carly said I can do whatever I want with it. Here's the thing. He doesn't live there anymore and hasn't for months. And so he's really using this very old, well, you never revoked my ability to use this room whenever I want. Kind of weird angle at it. What we are doing is we are setting up what is going to be the biggest and most dangerous, we'll say, rift between Carly and Jason we have ever witnessed.
Oh, I think so too.
Between Britta and holding the secret of Josslyn.
Exactly.
Carly is going to not be like, oh, well, I'm going to count to 5 and get over it, Jason. It's going to be the betrayal of the century.
And she already told him. She already told him last week, if you know something about my kids, you have to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
He said that.
Mm-hmm.
And he knows that already too. Yeah. He knows this is going to make her really, really, really mad. And it's going to make her mad too that she's going to be kissy facing with Britt again eventually. That's going to piss her off too.
Ultimately, they'll be fine. But it's going to be a big old conflict. A big, big conflict story.
She was pissed at her 2 guys last week too, when she like the trio of them that they're having a conversation. The trio, Jason, Sonny, and Carly, and know that she's been left out of the loop.
Yeah. Well, it's about Michael. If it's about the coffee biz, I don't care. If it's about Michael, include me in the Michael trio. We've always been the Michael trio. You can't be the Michael duo. My 2 dads. It's my 2 dads and me.
Exactly.
So yeah. Big old rift.
Big old rift.
Big old rift. So, do we think Britt will end up working at Bobby's? Asks Melissa, and then Chandra follows up with, like her buddy Spencer.
It would be superb comedy, wouldn't it? She would be the worst server you have ever seen in your life.
She's gonna work at the ER intake. She's gonna be the intake manager at ER. So basically, she's gonna sit there with a clipboard and be like, "What's wrong with you?"
Yeah.
What I hope for is I'm sorry. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you all the time.
She already it's like got her nose out of joint because of her hospital offering. I don't know what she expected.
She ain't got
And
no
now-
license.
And then after the end of a long, hard day intaking patients she don't give a darn about, she will have to go home and share a toilet with strangers.
Who? What is? Presumably, there's a shower in the Bobby's bathroom that the public uses. I thought that was a private bathroom upstairs, just not connected to the bedroom.
Well, it is, but if there's more than one room up there,
Oh, I thought there was only one. I don't know.
no, there's 3 or 4 rooms up
Oh
there.
my God, it's so spacious.
And they all have to share the same facilities. Yes. She's going to be so angry. She's going to be home after a long, hard day, get in the shower. There's 3 different colored hairs in there. Oh, she's going to hate it.
Bob disagrees because Jason kept Jake a secret from Carly for months. But Jake isn't Carly's kid.
Right.
I think that's the layer.
Absolutely, that's the layer.
Britt serving doll parts in the cafeteria, and I hope she ends up working with Emma. Now, what I want is, I hope we're leading up to this, and Britt being in this position here at the ER, I think sets us up for the potential. Lots of doors, as we always talk about. But last week, I was like, oh man, they need some sort of hospital drama where somebody's holding a gun on Drew and it's like, nobody save him, something like that, which we could still do, by the way. We can absolutely still do this. But I want there to be some sort of situation where Britt, without her license, being in the ER, is forced in some capacity to have to doctor. I think that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Absolutely save the person.
The hospital is snowed in. Nobody can get in and out. Lucas is trapped upstairs. There's only one person in the ER that could possibly get this done, and it's Britta. I'd like to see that. I'm going to put that on the whiteboard for the writers to flesh out.
That could happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Her mom is going to be even more mad at her when she realized that her Nathan is alive too, and Britta knew that as well.
Mm-hmm. I raised these kids to be just like me.
But she didn't raise Nathan. And gave her to her crazy sister that's even worse than she is. Yeah. But it seemed like Madeline had like some kind of special slice of her tainted self that was pretty good for Nathan.
Nathan did turn out okay, didn't he?
He did. Nathan turned out okay.
Oh my gosh. Oh, yes. Thank you very much for donating, Kelly, to the Buy Me a Coffee. We always appreciate whatever it is that anybody does to contribute to the show. Anybody else want to do that? Go for it. There's a link in the description, and I'm sure Chandra's put one in the chat already. Jason is Joss's godfather, Melissa says.
Yes, she
is his kid spiritually. Oh my gosh.
Well, what would if you wanted to go truly right down the godfather line, he will become her father if they kill off Jax.
Oh no. Where's the dog Annabelle II that Danny had? That's a good question, LaShawn. I don't know where Annabelle II had. And I was thinking about Annabelle II, but Cody was worried about having Outback.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you so worried that Quartermaines have had dogs?
But maybe he doesn't even know that.
Oh, maybe he doesn't. And he just assumes that they're going to be like, oh no, I'm so too snooty for this. Well, ultimately, he didn't get to keep Outback, but he did impress Molly and Mother.
We got Molly Cody coming for sure.
We got them coming, but I'm giving a little round of applause to this journey that we have been going on in the D story, we'll say. Not D in the grade, but D in the level of attention that it gets.
Right.
Which is the Emma and Gio bond.
They finally smooched.
And they finally kissing, and I was happy to see it. I like those two wild childs together. I think they're good. I think they're good together.
Actually, it's been one of my more enjoyable youth story love stories lately.
So we're going to have to see what goes on between them.
Yeah. And I don't want them, y'all, they don't have to jump into bed real quick, okay? Let them not do that.
It doesn't have to be about that. Josslyn and Dex have, for the time it was like 2 years of them, okay? We'll say. I don't know how long it really was, folks. But we'll say it was 2 years of them, and they have used up, I think, our patience for young folks hitting the sheets on a regular basis on the show. I think they used that up for us as an audience for a little while. So to have relationships that are not centered around doing that on TV all the time, I think is going to be beneficial to anybody, including Trina and Kai on round 2, I guess.
Yeah, it looks like they're back together, huh?
I guess.
And back to that dang old Drew. One little phone call, he had all the heat taken off of Stella. Like that.
Well, yeah, because he's that powerful. That's why Willow is wrapped up in his spell.
Oh, Willow is wrapped up in something. She got a deep cult of stupidity right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got to talk about chat. What did I miss? Chat, let me know. Chat, I say again to buffer the time.
Yeah.
Because there's a delay. Let me know about Willow. Okay, so Willow comes in with the kids, right? Knock, knock, knock. Hey, it's me with Scout. Oh, yes, you caught me. Ha, ha, ha. I'm here to la, 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 right? Has her conflict with Michael. They do their thing. They leave. And then we see Willow and Chase have a conversation in like the dining room or something like that. Am I misremembering the secret sequence of events? Or did Willow leave with Scout, turn around, come back into the house for whatever reason, and run into Chase?
I think she dropped Scout off at school, came back to the property, and just headed through those double doors at the kitchen.
Like, why? Is she trying to be like, but like the kids aren't there anymore?
The reason why is because her and Chase think about each other too much.
Oh no. We
That's
don't need
why.
that. We don't need that. We don't need that at all. This is Nell all over again.
Yeah, it is.
Don't do it, Chase. Don't do it, my friend. Please. Brooklyn doesn't deserve that. But then again, Brooklyn can go get with a man who can give her a baby, Chase. Oh, it was Bob who thinks that Drew hired somebody to shoot him.
Shoot himself?
Yeah. We're going to see how it unfolds.
But, I just can't imagine.
It was Ava or Nina.
He twice in the back. No.
Ava or Nina.
Ava or Nina.
Matt said she did. Yes. Willow and Chase still will have the hots for each other. I think Chase still has the hots for her, unfortunately. He's one of those guys, though. I can see him where, like, I never fall out of love with somebody. I just know when it doesn't work anymore. You know what I mean?
Just because I'm not in love with you doesn't mean I never cared.
I still always will care about you. You're always going to occupy a special place in my heart, Willow. He's just one of those guys, you know?
And Anna was like, you think too much about all this. Wasn't she?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, she saw the writing, because he's just pacing around being like, oh, well, screw that effing Drew. I mean, Drew's just, we should just shoot him. Again. And Anna's like, okay, I recognize this. I've been in this game for a long time, chasing. You know what I see? An unhealthy obsession. So you said you were going to be cool about this? You're not being cool about this, man. I need a character on the soaps to talk like that, like I do. Like, just like 2025, very, very thin lens Cheech and Chong. You know, man, dude, I don't need a badge. Chase, bless his heart, says Chandra. And I think that's the most succinct way to describe Chase. If you were to be like, oh, can you describe Chase in just a few words? Oh, Chase, bless his heart, I think would be the best way to put it. Just a well-intentioned idiot.
Yes, he's a very well-intentioned idiot. Why he's so well-intentioned is because Sweet Gregory was his father.
Yes. But Gregory seemed to be a little more wise, even though
Maybe Finn needs to come back to this town and say, woo.
I'm surprised that Young and the Restless hasn't picked him up.
Me too.
Right? Lisa thinks that Joss might come back pregnant. It's funny because anytime that Josslyn pretty much ever looks at a man, we have somebody out there, and this isn't me talking smack to you, Lisa. I'm just using it as a launching point, okay? It's funny because anytime Josslyn looks at a man, they're like, oh, this is the Josslyn pregnancy storyline. People are ready for Josslyn to be saddled with a kid.
Josslyn will not become pregnant until she's at a point in story where she won't know who the baby daddy is.
She's gonna be herself in a classic Carly situation.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Oh no. What else?
So I don't know if it's true, but I heard that we get Monica funeral on Thursday and Friday.
Oh wow, we're jumping right into it, huh? Well, I mean, we waited. We waited this long to get here. There's no reason to prolong it. Let's get into the funeral, because we all know that the drama is going to happen after the funeral. The funeral's the launching point. We have to be sad first. We have to honor her. We have to put the picture on the wall, and then we need the fallout after that.
Thursday, Friday, the 25, 26. That's what I heard. That's what I read.
We'll do it.
Funeral days. Yes. Yes. There's going to be Monica fallout all the way to the first of the year, I think.
Wow. Well, like I said last week, they're trying to make this a capital E event.
Yeah.
So I'm all for it. Chandra thinks that you guys should like the video if you're out there watching right now and listening and having a great time. Or even if you're having a bad time, give it a like anyway, because it helps us and you're a good person. Right? Don't you feel good? Don't you feel good helping us for free? Daisy doesn't think that Josslyn would get pregnant until she's in her 30s.
That's what I'm hoping for. We don't need okay. We need Josslyn to stay baby free for a while, okay? Because when you become a mom, your character changes a lot. When you become a mom on soap operas, you're not as edgy. They've got to write you in mom scenes.
Yes, yes, yes.
You know,
I got it figured out. I got it figured out. And it's not Josslyn. It's not Josslyn. All right? It's not Josslyn. I figured out what the story is. And thank you very much, Daisy, for inspiring this lightning in my brain. Daisy says that Portia will be pregnant. And I think that might become the case. But who needs to keep it a gall darn secret? Portia, because Curtis cannot know, because they need to look like they're a strong front, and gosh darn, we're not going to do this fake dad thing again. So I got to keep it quiet until we can pretend that we don't have to be together. So she's going to need to go see a doctor to make sure that this pregnancy is healthy and quiet with no records. And who better than the unlicensed OBGYN that you just rehired to staff to be your secret baby physician?
yeah.
And who will be willing to do it, because you are the half of the co-chief of staffs that said, you know what, we're going to take a sidebar about this and figure it out for you, Britt.
But what is she going to do when she gets a tummy?
I think that the hope would be that she doesn't have to continue to pretend to be still with Curtis by the time that, the third month comes around or something, because hopefully the Drew thing can be put to bed by then.
Maybe.
So.
Maybe. And if that happens, well, Curtis is going to know that ain't his baby.
Well, at that point, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's why it's got to be a secret, so he doesn't ever think, oh, it's my baby. They just go, you were pregnant this whole time? It was mine. No, it wasn't yours. It was yours. I would have told you, Curtis. Just trying to keep the secret for you. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And when Isaiah's cabin going to come into play?
Never. I don't know.
Well, it's got to. We need some kind of criminal activity there, or hiding somebody, or something.
Or that's going to be where they go to have their secret rendezvous until one of those things happens, Portia with her double life, going to the cabin with Isaiah.
Boy, her daughter Trina is going to be awfully upset with her when that comes to be true.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But you know what? Trina's got her own little secret life going, all right? Her own little thing where she's burning evidence in the sink. Unlike before when, I don't know. I guess she's always been, because remember when Spencer had that fake evidence against Esme? And
Yeah.
Trina was like, don't use that, you stupid ass. Like, come on, you idiot. Just throw it away. She loves to destroy fake evidence.
Thought of something else this week that I enjoyed so much.
Oh, yeah, what's that?
I loved Martin and Drew. And I love the fact that it's Michael E. Knight and Cameron.
Uh-huh.
They're old compadres from All My Children.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. And I love the way that it was so funny when Martin kind of like plopped on the bed.
Uh-huh.
Plopped on the bed. Drew was like, oh. It was awesome.
Listen, I'm desperate for money, and I'm desperate for Stella to get off without a hitch from this problem that you caused her. Drew, so yeah, all right, Brad, I'll be in your corner again. But you can't trust this man, right? This is just put Martin in a position to get Drew.
Yeah, he does.
Really,
Yeah. But at the same time, though, yeah, which one will, Martin has a real affection for money
He also has a real need for money, as we all do.
and a real hate for Drew. So which one will, it's going to be push and pull, wouldn't it be?
Yeah. But he and Kai can become a tag team, I guess.
But the plopping on the bed, I loved it. And when that kind of stuff happens, I'm always think, was that director or was that Michael? Plopping on the bed like that.
A combination of the both. Everybody having a great time. Chandra says, yes, Mama Cat, I got that too. Oh, goodness gracious. Did you talk about the explosive Nina and Willow scenes? Not in any great detail. We could talk about that. So, Nina now is just at a point in time where she is really truly seeing how far gone her daughter is.
Oh, I had forgotten about those scenes. I'm glad you brought that up because, yeah, Nina talked to Willow in a way that we've never heard.
No, straight up, oh my God.
Oh my God, you're a stupid girl.
You are. At this point, I can't even blame other people for how dumb you're being, is not a direct quote, but pretty much the essence.
Yes, but she gave her a mama tongue lashing.
It was good. It was good.
was
I
good.
really like people just tearing Willow down in front of her. I just enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's such good classic soapy nonsense.
Nina with big eyes, boy.
Yeah.
You're an
Yeah,
idiot.
just beyond the point of coddling, of being sensitive, of trying to guide, of trying to even. Well, I mean, there's no real like trying to protect the relationship because
Yeah, it's not like
Nina's not wrong, because Nina's yelling at her, being like, "You are still blaming me solely over something that Drew and I did."
right.
But he's so powerful. He'll get me my kids back. You don't understand.
You lost on me because I am.
And then Chase is ultimately going to let it slip that maybe that Drew paid off the judge and did it, and so he's going to be in big old cop trouble.
And wasn't Drew's face shocked when the piece of paper
Mm-hmm.
that he's so afraid they're going to find? The piece of paper they did find.
Well, he doesn't. Oh, no. He's worried that they're going to find the Porsche evidence.
Exactly. But they told him what they found.
And that's not his. Sonny
Exactly.
planted that.
Exactly. But the shock on his face.
Yes. Well, they found something, but I guess I don't understand what it is that you said. But he's surprised, yes, the shock on his face. You found something. It's not
Well,
what
yeah.
I thought you were going to find.
As Martin told him. Mm-hmm. We're late. They're already been through this.
Yes. So did Turner. Turner was like,
And they found something.
we found this thing.
Yeah.
A payment slip to
I don't
Judge
think ultimately
Karen.
it's going to work. Ultimately, I don't think it's going to work.
I don't-
And Portia doesn't know that her evidence is gone.
No, she's just going to be a big, strong woman.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wonder how long Trina and Kai are going to keep that secret. Well, they might keep it for a long time because they have to not tell, because if they tell, they have to say that they were there.
Oh no, I left the ball bat in the middle of the room. My fingerprints are all over it. They ran it for prints and then didn't come up to anybody in the system.
Right.
I remember them talking about that last week or the week before.
Kai ain't in the system.
You're not in the system. Nope.
Well, you better not do anything in the next few weeks to be in the system.
Doesn't he have a driver's license though?
Yeah.
Don't you have to get fingerprinted for that still?
You sure do. You got to put your right thumb there.
Well, there you go, folks. Big old plot hole, General Hospital, huh? What's wrong with you? Port Charles County of New York doesn't require that. It's just what it is. Wait until Liesel sees Nathan. I have no idea what's going to happen. Liesel is going to be I think that she's going to be a central big player in whatever the story is. I don't think she's going to be the outskirts showing up every once in a while for reaction. I think that she's going to be a major plot driver in whatever it is that's happening with this whole West and Westbournes situation.
Oh, the West and the Westbourne, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, ooh. I love Liesel's reaction to all of it so far. And I can't, I thought of too, as I'm watching the scenes, I thought of us when we had the privilege of speaking to Kathleen.
Mm-hmm.
She was our very first guest.
Mm-hmm.
She told us, she dissects a script.
Yes.
She studies her script, and she decides way before she goes to the sound screen how Liesel is going to react to every word spoken.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that Kathleen is having herself a good old time.
She gets to devour some deep scripts.
Exactly.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff. You don't get fingerprinted for license in Melissa's state, nor in Chandra's, nor in Matt's, Or in Kitas. It must
There you
kind of
go.
be a California thing then.
Yeah, you got to put your right thumb on that little square.
Mm-hmm.
California.
Well, there you go. There you go. California wants to know if you did it. The other states maybe not so much.
They only make you do that, when you first initially get your
It's
license.
not like your fingerprint's going to change.
No, actually, when you get older, it's kind of hard to get some prints off people's thumbs. Their fingerprints are so worn down.
Well,
They
then I guess if you're going to start a life of crime, folks, do it in your 65s. 65 or older is when you start robbing the banks. It's gonna be harder to tell it was you. All right, they can't be like, oh, this silver-haired person. You know how many silver-haired people there are out there? A lot.
a lot.
A lot. A lot. I would say that, if you were to combine the silver-haired people together and then the blondes and the brunettes and the redheads, you would probably have more silver-haired people on the planet.
You know when silver hair had a huge increase,
Naturally, through everybody's life.
but even more so in the year 2020, when you couldn't go to the hairdresser for a few months. That's when so many people made the transition to
Oh,
gray hair
yeah, because of COVID.
because of COVID.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, Drake Hoguston, he
Pretty much all of days of our lives.
became gray-haired John after 2020.
That's from my understanding. That's for sure.
And when Rick returned to General Hospital, he didn't have his dark
No,
hair anymore.
no. I think Rick looks great with the silver
I,
white hair. By the way, I think he looks really really good.
yes, he does.
But I just really like Rick Lansing. I don't know why we haven't had this character on the show the entire length of the time I've been watching. I really really enjoy Rick, and I was really happy to meet him and tell him so.
Yeah.
We had a conversation. We talked a little bit, and if you guys watched the recap video of the fan club event, then you know what it is I'm about to talk about. But hey, let's do it again. But we talked to Rick Hurst, and I was like, man, I really enjoy what you do. I enjoy everything that you've done. Even the little bits here with Sonny, which I understand is just like the bread and butter of the stuff that you've done in the past. And he said that he's really enjoying playing things that aren't being Sonny's brother. It's
Yes.
multiple lanes of Rick, or wider lanes of Rick than he kind of has experienced before, because it's not about Sonny.
Right. But I also reminded of how much us as viewers love to watch the antagonistic,
They have a
pair
special chemistry.
of Sonny and Rick. But yeah, I completely it gives Rick's character so much more ground, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Yeah.
And we also talked to the guy who plays Yuri.
Poor feller, he's been locked. How long are they going to leave him tied to a bed to sleep? My gosh, poor thing.
He's gonna come out of it well. I mean, so we've also laid the groundwork of people being like, well, this is weird, especially with the Nina Willow side of things. All right, so when Willow gets blind carpet copied on an email invoice, blah blah blah. Oh, they're gonna be distracted doing this, but what they're really doing is because Willow didn't know,
Right.
like, and just they're causing a question.
Uh-huh.
Especially since Willow is the one to be like, oh, well, Rick has gone on this retreat, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, whatever the circumstances are. Nina would have been the person that was informed. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And she wasn't, because they didn't know that they needed to inform Nina. So there's that hole that needs to be filled. That's the question mark that's going to come up. Well, why didn't he tell me?
It would be comedy gold to have Carly find Rick, because that's who had her in
In the
that
panic room.
pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
held her prisoner for a while. It would be comedy gold for Carly to find him and not rescue him for a few days.
I think ultimately what's going to happen is that Elizabeth is going to find him. And I do think that we are approaching the prospect and possibility of Elizabeth giving this guy another go.
I think there's going to be a chance of that too, because General Hospital they have left Elizabeth without a partner man the longest amount of time I think that I recall, because She's always in a relationship
Yeah, 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 yeah.
or
So
in a
yeah,
big pursuit of one.
I think that's the direction we're headed in. I think we're going to get Molly Cody. I think we're going to get Elizabeth Rick too. I think that there is going to there can't the timing of Kirsten Storms becoming unavailable to General Hospital is unfortunate with the return of Nathan, because we are not going to immediately get any sort of love triangle there.
Nope.
We might get some Spinelli reaction, but nothing that would be considered a big story. What I am 100% sure on, and I will bet you $10,
10 whole bucks.
10 whole bucks, Perry Shin as Brad Cooper is on his way. He's on the express train. There are not many stops along the way. He will be back on General Hospital in no time at all.
They wouldn't have brought him up if it wasn't the case.
They
And
keep on bringing him up.
they keep on bringing him up. Yes. He's going to create some havoc for, we might, well, he's going to at least be a pain in the ass to Marco, if nothing
He's
else.
going to be a pain in the ass. And then Lucas has already shown a bit of softness that he still has toward Brad, even after all this time. It's not love. It's not I want to get back together. But, they almost did it. Or they went on the thing. They went on the work tour thing together. And Brad
Yes,
was
they
trying to turn it into a thing. I can't say they almost did it. But Brad was trying, and Lucas was in, and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, but it didn't work out, right? And then most recently, especially in the last couple of days, he's having a conversation. They bring up the Wiley thing. And Lucas immediately says, yeah, but he did that for me.
Yeah.
Showing a little bit of softness there. Not necessarily forgiveness, but like understanding of why he made that choice. It wasn't to hurt me. It was to because he loved me.
Right.
So
They also brought this up
excuse me.
that maybe Brad's known for a while.
Because I'm totally sold on it. Because somebody had to falsify the document. Somebody had to get him out of there. Britta and God, Terry have asked the question too. There's still a big old question about when did you do this at our
Yeah.
hospital?
Yes.
We still don't have that story, and maybe Nathan will have the answers tucked away in his pocket. I gotta criticize it a little bit though. Okay, we did this big car accident thing, and then they show the face of somebody who has the super neck brace on and soot all over his face and injuries and that sort of stuff. Who the hell, other than people who know who it's supposed to be, are supposed to know who that was?
It'd be kind of hard to tell with the whole racing.
If you were not connected to the internet and didn't read Soap Digest and all that sort of stuff, and had no idea that Nathan was also on his way back, they ended that thing with everybody going, oh, but the audience, who had been uninformed, would have no clue who this man is. So I wonder if that was on purpose, or if it was just too weird of an angle, not enough light, or if it was just me. Was it just me?
Oh, it's going to be.
Did you recognize that as Nathan?
It's hard for me to say. I'd have to watch the scene again and kind of just try to remove it out of my brain that I know who it is.
Right,
I didn't think about it like that, like you did.
Like as soon as Lulu ran up to the car, I'm like, oh, Nathan, I knew
Oh
it.
yeah, I knew that was going to be who it was. Absolutely.
Ryan Pavy's even out there. Look, I know a name. Ryan Pavy's even out there doing videos. He did a video with Anna.
That was some product placement a little bit. That was clearly a Ford F-150 pickup.
It's just what they have available on the lot to use.
Does it belong to somebody? They just borrow it for a scene.
They have wrecked cars that they just use. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
Because and what was interesting, it was wrecked. But did you notice that the vehicle wasn't actually wrecked?
No, I didn't pay close attention to that. So yeah, it could have been just someone struck.
was
It happens all the
smoking.
time. People, yeah, they just put a smoke machine underneath the hood. Because I know someone who does background work, and they occasionally will get an offer to do background, and if you have your car, bring it. Because then they'll use it. They're going to park it somewhere, use it to fill the street, whatever it is that they need for the ambiance and the aesthetic. So
Right.
they're also looking to cast cars. So that happens as well. So I don't know if it was sponsored by Ford. If it was, great. But then also goes to show the safety of Ford. Here we go. Post accident, this man is going to be okay, probably.
But isn't that, I barely knew what it was. So isn't that some sort of product placement?
If it was because Ford paid General Hospital to use this vehicle for this moment, yes, absolute product placement. If it was because they used the card of somebody that was available and they're like, oh man, this person would drive a truck, then it's not product placement. It's just what they used. That would be the key difference. You know, like somebody using Febreze because Procter and Gamble said so versus somebody spraying their home with a Febreze can that they're not really showing the label of.
Fair enough.
Built Ford tough, says Chandra.
Yep.
Well, that's what Nathan is. He's always been Ford tough.
Yeah.
Did you see the cute video that Finola and Ryan did? I did not see the cute video, but I know it's out there.
I have not seen the video either, but I did see a still picture of them, and I believe he was holding her.
Yeah, I don't know if they were doing.
This.
I don't know. They were doing some sort of fun little.
And they were
thing.
both giggling.
They were having a great time. Is what they were doing. Anytime you have, I think Finola Hughes seems like a fun.
But how do
lady.
you say? Is it Pavey?
Yeah,
that
right. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
Ryan Pavey. All right. I think that we hit it. We hit the spots. We visited all the rooms. We talked about what it is there was to talk about. We mentioned everybody. We even talked briefly about Kai and Trina. I mean, come on. We did it. We covered it all. We talked
about just about everybody.
Liesel. We talked about confrontations between Willow and Nina. We talked about Michael. I'm Michael. We talked about him. We talked about it all, folks. So we're going to be done. We're going to get out of here. I hear Jason and Danny coming back from their walk. I hear the crunching of the gravel outside. It actually sounds like they picked up a couple of extra people with them, too. So I guess we're going to be doing some remembering here at the gatehouse.
So.
I should probably duck out and give the Quartermaines their space to grieve. So, get on out of here, folks. Get on back into the elevator. Not where I'm at, because I'm at the Quartermaines, but where you are. Get onto the elevator. Go back down to the first floor. Go into the parking garage and tune your radios to previous episodes of the 10th Floor, which you can find on all of your favorite podcasting platforms. If you can't find it on your favorite podcasting platform, reach out to us on social media at 10th Floor GH or 10th Floor Podcasts. Pretty much everywhere you can think of. And I'll send you in the right direction. I'll send you in the right direction if you can't find it. Like this video if you had a good time. Subscribe to the channel if you want some more. We will be back at 1:30 to talk about Beyond the Gates and Days of Our Lives. So if you're a fan of those shows or if you just want to come hang out with us some more and talk about some soaps, come on back at that point. We'll be live once more. So that's it. Go spend some time with your families in the meantime. I've been Matt.
And I've been Kat.
We'll catch you in a little bit right back here on the 10th floor. Goodbye, everybody.